Hey guys, yeah. So obviously I had to react to you know, just the end to an amazing series. The Warriors won it. A very sound victory today. But I mean, just what a series. Between the Draymond suspension, then you had the De'Aaron Fox injury, and at first after Game Five, I thought it was really going to impact the Kings, and then he had a great Game Six. So I thought that was reassuring. I was happy that the finger didn't decide the series, but then today, today both teams really struggled offensively, except for Stephen Curry and Kevon Looney getting a lot of rebounds. But there wasn't, the Kings. I mean, Werder did nothing. Harrison Barnes was benched because he was so bad. Um, I thought Sabonis was better offensively today. Um, but Monk and Fox just had all kinds of trouble because the thing is, the Kings didn't have many transit. I mean, neither team had many transition points because neither team had many turnovers. So um, it made it into a half court game, and usually the team with the best one-on-one defensive players and the experience are going to win those games. And the half court defenders, the Warriors. I mean, that's who they are. They have really good defenders. Whether it was Wiggins, whether it was Draymond. Gary Payton had like 4 blocks. So Andrew Wiggins, Draymond. I mean, it's just I'm forgetting somebody, but they just had so many good defenders, and yeah, Kevon Looney was big too on defense. So in a half court game like that, you saw early on in the game the Kings with the crowd and the energy they got it going, but they managed to stay in the game. They were up at half, but in the second half it was just towards the end of that third quarter and the fourth they just couldn't keep up. So um, give the Kings credit because I mean they were they made this into a much closer series than it was, and they really pushed the Warriors, and I think it's good for the Warriors too because it will serve them playing those 7 games together, and it forced the Warriors I think to come together as a team, getting those key road wins that they'll need um, throughout the playoffs. I thought that was big and just improving the team chemistry, team cohesion that we didn't see in the regular season from them. So I think the 7 game series was great for the Warriors, and now they're playing the Lakers, so it's gonna be. I think these 7 games are gonna serve the Warriors well because I think they're a much better team than they were a couple weeks ago when this series started. So big win for the Warriors, big series win. I think it can really elevate them, but. Um, it's hard to say how much De'Aaron Fox injury played a role in this, but the fact that he had a big Game Five, Game Six, kind of leads me to think that he was okay. But um, tonight was a very different game. Like I said, there was no transition buckets, and because there was no turnovers, and you saw. I mean, that's where this greatness of Steph Curry comes in because he's so tough to guard. I mean, I said it last year against Boston. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's a catch 21. On those pick and rolls, either both guys come up and almost trap him, or he's gonna get a shot off. So it's when he's feeling it like that, there's just no stopping him. And then when you bring both guys up, he's able to penetrate and get in the paint. Or if you don't, and if you switch with the big guy again, he's able to get in the paint. So or he's able to step back for a three. So it's just a nightmare. I mean, he's just unguardable. Somebody with that good of handle and that good of that much range, and that good getting into to the rim, and the Kings don't really have a rim protector, so that makes it difficult. I think that's where the Lakers will be a little bit harder of a challenge. They'll have Anthony Davis in the paint, so. Um, and the other thing that makes Steph Curry great is just the off the ball action. It's so hard to keep to constantly double team a guy that's moving off the ball, right? Because you know uh, when somebody's moving off the ball, you don't really know where they're gonna. You can't really predict where they're gonna move constantly. So you know you have to play kind of man to man. And if you play 2 men on him, I mean obviously your defense is just worthless at that point. So um, yeah, I mean just give credit to the Warriors. I thought they're very good tonight again, and not turning the ball over and executing their offense. I think they still have to get better at being able to move the ball on offense because you saw tonight it was a one man show, and I'm not saying Steph Curry wasn't great. I think he was great, and it's awesome that I think he might be the best player in the world, and it's awesome to have that. But you're gonna have to win games more collectively, and I thought the Warriors offensively just, I mean, they could not get it done, and a part of that again, that's you know that's the gamble you have to, and I think the Kings made the right one, is that you have to make is, either Steph is gonna beat us and go off for 50 tonight, or like he did tonight, or and you guard everybody else soundly, or you put more attention on Steph, more double teams and things like that, and yeah, you're gonna slow him down, but everybody else is gonna get off, and I think that also had to do, staying on those Golden State shooters had a lot to do with why the Warriors and Looney were able to get so many offensive rebounds, because you just can't. There's just not that many bodies in the box to grab rebounds. So, um, yeah, I mean, just when the Warriors are clicking, and I still don't think they're fully clicking, but I keep saying, I think this long series is going to help them out, because I think they're a much better team now. But they need to get Jordan Poole going, because he hasn't been good. I thought Gary Payton's impact was huge. Um, but now that they got those 7 games, that offense is going to start clicking. I think defensively, they were much better tonight, and they have so many great defenders. So it's I still have the Warriors going to the NBA Finals, but I'm not gonna lie that the next series against the Lakers is gonna be really tough, because we're gonna find out how good the Lakers are, and they have. I think the Lakers have a very high ceiling if LeBron and AD stay healthy. I think the Lakers are gonna win Game 1, just because the Warriors are just gonna be tired from this Game 7, and the Warriors are gonna have to be better collectively. They're just gonna have to be way better collectively on defense, but especially on offense. The Warriors are at their best when they have a lot of assists on offense. And tonight it was a lot of one-on-one Steph Curry going, just, give the ball to Steph and make something happen. And he put together one of the greatest NBA performances, and that's why he's probably the greatest player in the world right now. I think the only guy who can really rival with him is Kevin Durant. I think we saw Giannis, at least this year, Giannis was disappointing. Um, Kawhi's always injured. I think LeBron is slowing down. But even LeBron, I mean, look, if LeBron dominates this next series and the Lakers win the NBA Finals, it's going to be tough to say he's not the best player in the world still. So um, I don't see that happening. But hey, he shows enough greatness at times. LeBron shows enough greatness at times that you can see that he still has it in him. So yeah, I'm really excited about Golden State, Lakers. But you gotta give credit to the Kings. They played tremendously. I thought they were much better defensively than I expected them to be. I mean, this series could have gone either way, and you saw that. It's a close series when the Warriors weren't able to close out the Kings in Game 6, because it just kind of shows me that they really took the Warriors to the brink, especially energetically, because the Warriors were not able to play their best basketball, and I'm still not sure they've been playing their best basketball, but at least like really good basketball, especially defensively, unless their backs were against the wall. So once they got down 2-0, then they really started playing good basketball. Once but in Game 6 they just were not able to put enough energy to keep the Kings in front of them and not give up and not make stupid turnovers. And so, but tonight it was a complete different game. Like I keep saying, it was a half court transition game, and that's gonna favor the Warriors. And it's because of the experience they have and the talent they have. And the next series, because of LeBron and AD, I'm not so sure a half court game favors that. I think that would favor more the Lakers, and I think that's why the Lakers have a chance to win that series. And I think it's gonna be tough for the Warriors, is because if the Lakers can make it into a half court series, it's gonna be much easier to defend all those shooters, because defending shooters in transition is very difficult, if not impossible. But if you can keep it in the half court, You keep a body on Clay. I mean, I think, Steph, and you just got to hope that, you know, whether it's Schroeder, whether it's D'Angelo Russell, whether it's Austin Reeves, somebody's going to have to do, or Vanderbilt. I think it's going to be Jared Vanderbilt out on Steph. Somebody's going to have to just do a number on Steph, right? I mean, they're just going to have to ball out. Or else the Lakers aren't winning. Either that or LeBron's going to have to go for 30, 40 every game. Um, or, Austin Reeves going to have an amazing series. Or, Rui Hachimura is going to have an amazing series. So it's going to take, you know, that series. Anyways, I'll talk more about that series in another video because I could talk about this forever. But you got to give the Kings credit for tonight and this 7-game series. And I thought they finally they forced the Warriors to really to have to go full out to win this series. And you know. And we didn't know whether the Warriors were going to be able to win road game series. And I was confident they were going to win games on the road, but when you see the regular season and they were like 11 for 30, that wasn't a given. So, anyways, we saw that championship DNA. We saw a great Warriors performances, and I'm confident as ever in my pick that they're going to go to the NBA Finals. But I picked Milwaukee coming out of the East, and that's I'm gonna use the honest injury as an excuse for why my pick was wrong. But hey, the Bucks are going home, so anyways, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But just a great series. I really loved it. I love the physicality, and I really hope they let him play in the next series too. And the refereeing's great, and there's no injuries, and that we get to see the full experience of the Lakers Warriors. Going at it. And yeah, so stay tuned. I'll talk about the rest of the series and the playoffs in another video in the next coming days. And yeah, enjoy your basketball, folks. Enjoy your basketball because this is an exciting time. So bye, guys.